I'm going to talk about the former NFL player Marcellus Wiley. So honestly, I don't know what category to put this in. Door 3, room 3, field 3. Maybe a combination of all. But I'm pretty sure by now, you've heard the controversy surrounding Marcellus. He was arrested in Jacksonville over the weekend. And the allegations from the past couple of years on this guy, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It don't add up. It just don't. But being who I am, you have to let it play out. Now, he was arrested over the weekend. According to his wife, he put his finger on her cheek, and the deputies or the cops or whoever deemed that an assault, a battery. The daughter was interviewed, and she said all they did was argue. Her daddy didn't get physical at all. I don't know. I wasn't there. But over the past year or two, I've watched his podcast. I've watched him as a guest on other podcasts. He seems like a real rounded dude. But listen, everybody over the internet seems like that. I don't know him personally. But I went back and watched some of his film when he was played with San Diego. Very good football player. I think he was second team all the NFL. He played with Columbia University, Ivy League school. And this is a black dude from Compton, California. That's incredible because you don't see that every day. But he put out a statement. And I know he can't talk freely, but he put out a statement that is troublesome. It's troubling. After his statement, another individual put out a statement, and he basically overlapped Marcellus' statement a little bit and tied it into a few other things. So that's what I'm going to talk about on this edition. So Marcellus put out a statement that for the past, I don't know, couple of years, maybe a year or so, his wife has put voodoo hexes on him, has been acting in a very demonic way. Now, this is a woman who claimed that Marcellus raped her back in 2012, but she married him in 2014. Listen, y'all, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, but that don't add up. It don't. A man physically attack you, criminally assault you. There's no amount of forgiveness in the world where you gonna marry this guy. You may forgive him and say, hey, that's it, let's cut ties. But marry him after he physically assaulted you? Rape is an act of aggression, not love. So, if you don't know, his wife, she was a participant in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That should tell you something right there in itself. So with his statement and the accusations that he said his wife has been under for the last couple of years, I want to say, I hope I got that right. Acting in a demonic fashion, putting voodoo hexes on him and all this good stuff. Another gentleman that's popular over social media put out, I think his wife or his associate's wife was associated with the Real Housewives of Potomac, I want to say. And another associate who had ties to the Real Housewives of Atlanta and something in Huntsville, some doctors, black doctors or something in Huntsville. And the guy tied all these together. The Marcellus situation, the situation with the guy who's married to the wife, married to the woman who was on Housewives of Potomac, to these other shows, tied them all in together. that these women, the majority, are in an occult. And I hate to say it like that because I don't know. I don't know these people. Don't want to know them. But people who have firsthand recognition with the situations, you have to take them for take them for their word. I have seen interviews by people who are friends with Marcellus, and they are not, that's their friend. So of course they're going to be on his side. They're going to support him. But they saying, listen, this guy is not capable of putting his hands on a woman like that. Yeah, he was vicious and brutal in the NFL and football, but they didn't think he was capable of hurting a woman, especially his wife. Now, people who are doing deep dives into the psychological of his wife is brutal. This is a crazy woman. So you have to ask yourself, how the hell did Marcellus get hooked up with this crazy person? How did Marcellus allow himself to get into this situation? And that's a question that's not easily answered for me, but some who are closer to that family, to Marcellus, to his wife, to his kids, said that the woman is crazy, and she's been crazy. And a lot of people are saying now, and it's just not the Marcellus situation, but women in general. Maybe it's social media. Maybe this has been going on for years and years. But now we have social media, so you see more of it every day. You can go on Instagram, you can go on Twitter, and every day you're going to see 10 to 15 to 20 crazy women, black and white, Chinese and Hispanic, acting a fool, getting arrested, doing crazy crap. I don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm going to be honest with you. I stopped being in that world years ago. And what I mean by that world, the crazy world. And I told you on other shows, I don't associate with certain people. I don't associate with certain demographics. I don't associate in certain areas. You can pay me to talk to certain people, go into certain areas, hang out. In other words, I don't care about going to the barbecue anymore. And it's been that way for years. I will stay by myself in my house, watching my TV, and not be associated with that buffoonery. Well, with Marcellus and many other guys who live that type of lifestyle, they're going to be in Vegas. They're going to be in Beverly Hills. They're going to be in Los Angeles. They're going to be in New York. They're going to be in Miami. And listen, when I was 15, 16, 17, those things sounded great. But when I became a man, I don't care nothing about strolling down the avenue in a Lamborghini, I don't care nothing about that. And listen, to each his own. If somebody who loves to do that, do it. But there's consequences. Because not every person you cross by, say hey to, is going to be on the up and up. You're putting yourself in a dangerous situation. No matter if it's Las Vegas or Miami or Beverly Hills or New York. And I don't care to be in any of those places with any of those people. I just don't. My years in law enforcement, I saw that, listen, I have to be here because it's my job. But when I go home, or when I retire from law enforcement, which I did, I don't have to be around that mess anymore. And I think with Marcellus, when he had this persona, because I think when he was in college or when he was with San Diego, he said, I'm that dude. And that dude, a lot of people want to be around that dude. And I promise you, over half gonna be devils. And unfortunately, that dude is not in a good space right now. But my prayers is go out to him, go out to the other gentlemen, go out to the other people. My prayers even go to these demonic women. Can God deliver them from that? It's just an unfortunate thing. And listen, if you want a better version of the Marcellus story, go on YouTube, go on Twitter. There's plenty of people who put out good content. And but if you enjoy my piece, then I appreciate it. I appreciate you for viewing. I appreciate you for supporting me, and I love you as always. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we keep Him first. And I'll see you next time.